Hey guys, VG Hunting for Twisted Gaming here again with another Magic Saucer build, but this time a little bit different. Okay, well, I haven't seen anyone else running around like this in Cyrodiil, and it's just another way of playing Magic Sorc, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And whoever I've recommended it to, a lot of my guild members that are playing Mag Sorc and stuff like that, and people that I know that are playing Mag Sorc, and I've recommended this to them, they've swapped and they've not looked back, and it's insane. It's awesome. It's literally awesome. It's mega. You want damage, you want tankability, you've got it all in this one build right now. Let's go straight into the gear. Okay, gear sets. We're looking at 5 spinners on the front bar. We are a dual wield bar, and that's going to be his damage bar. Massive damage on the front bar, huge damage. You are blowing people up. I love this setup. So we're going, I've got double Nirn. Okay, I do recommend a Nirn and a sharpened. That is best in slot, not double Nirn, but I just can't be bothered trait change it. Okay, so I'm double Nirn, but I do recommend Nirn and sharpened. Okay, and we're sword and board on the back bar. The sword and board are willpower to increase the max magicka. Okay, we are having a huge max magicka pool on our back bar. Okay, this gives us immense amounts of tankability when you are, you know, you're cutting around solo in PvP. You're literally getting chased down by 4 or 5 people, more if it's a Zerg, and you're just hitting them shields. Nothing it is getting through these shields. I've worked out altogether, but you're only using 2 shields, okay? You're using Harden and Harness, and you have 20k damage absorption with them 2 shields. 20k, okay? It's insane. You can absorb so much damage. So much damage. Okay, now I've gone to Infernal Guardian. This is to replace the weave that you would normally have if you use the Destro. I like this as extra pressure, and it's easy for the 1vx scene. But if you're running a group play and you want to push the max magic higher, okay, you can run 1 piece Dominus, and use that piece and increase your max stamina and max magicka pool. Okay, this will give you even more max magicka. I'm using 5-piece shackle on the body. Okay, this is just best in slot gear set, shackle or amber plasm. But personally, because I use Dawnbreaker and all that sort of good stuff, I just personally prefer shackle breaker. Okay, I'm not running impen, as I'm not really that bothered about running impen, as I try and keep 100% uptime on my shields. Shields can't be critted, therefore I don't need impen. Okay, so I'm running infused and divines, and I've got a few impen pieces, but that's just because that was for another build. Okay, and then I'm using 3-piece spinners, all weapon spell damage on the jewelry. Okay, so we're running dual wield on the front bar, which is all damage, and we're using sword and board on the back bar. Okay, so what we're missing out here is not using a restoration staff. What we're missing out by not using a restoration staff is healing ward. Okay, which is pretty much the only reason people use resto staff. Okay, other than the resto ulti, but people that are carried by resto ulti need to get off Mag Sorc anyway. Okay, because you're playing the build wrong. But basically you're missing healing ward. Okay, what we've used to replace healing ward is dark conversion. Now this is where it makes sense. Okay, 90% of Mag Sorc builds now we're using dark conversion anyway, because of the cost of pretty much everything, and the reduced cost has been taken away, and it's just harder to manage the Mag Sorc regen. Okay, so a lot of people are using dark conversion anyway, so why don't you just drop the healing ward, replace it with inner light, increase that max magic pool, and get a lot more tankability on that back bar. Okay, and you've got dark conversion as your heal if must. Okay, let's go through to the skills then. Back bar, we're running Harden Ward, Harness Magicka, Inner Light to increase the max magicka on the back bar. Streak, okay, this is going to be our CC. I love the CC. It's phenomenal. Just streak, and it's an AoE CC as well. You can streak through 3-4 people, bam, all CC'd. You know, good getaway. This is also good for if you do need that heal because you've just been bursted. Get your shield up, streak through them to CC him, get a dark conversion off, bam, happy days. Like I said, we're using dark conversion. Okay, this is going to be one way of getting his magicka back and his health. It's a pretty phenomenal move, to be honest. Personally, dark conversion needs nerfing because it's just too fucking OP on stamina builds and magicka builds, but use it while we've got it. Okay, using Ice Comet on the back bar, again, to increase the max magicka, and also it's a good ulti to drop if you're doing a little bit of group play. Front bar is pretty much a generic dual wield mag sorc front bar. Okay, you're going at all damage, so you're going crystal fragments. You're only throwing this when you get prop frags. Hundring's Curse, Inner Light, Endless Fury, Structured Entropy, and we're getting Dawnbreaker Smiting. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So front bar, insane amount of damage. Back bar, insane amount of tank ability and a huge max magicka pool. I aren't joking you, this is working absolutely phenomenal for me. I'm going to be putting a build, some gameplay up, because I've been playing this for 3 days now. And I have collected some immense clips, 1vx clips, 2vx clip, just some immense amount of clips for this build. It's been phenomenal. I feel like Mag Sorc is just back in this mega place since the sort of people getting down about it with the CC nerf and stuff like that. But honestly, if you're bored with Mag Sorc and you want to try something different, try this build. It's literally phenomenal. Okay, let's go through the champion points. I'm just going to glaze through these like I say on every build video. Champion points is player specific. Okay, if you don't like my champion points, use your champion point system. It's pretty much, you know, I'm not really bothered champion point wise. Okay, this is how I've these are min-maxed to my gameplay. Okay, this is how I like them. You might not like them this way. Okay, that's why I normally just glance over the champion points, to be honest, because like I say, they're all each their own on the champion points. Now, for food and potions, okay, what you can use is immovable pots here, okay, or you can use tripods. I use tripods because I like refilling that stamina pool, because we do rely immensely on the stamina pool. Okay, I've still got 13k max stam thereabouts, okay, without using tri-food, so I can manage that fine. That works enough for me, okay. And I don't seem to have a drama with my stamina pool. It seems to be perfectly fine, okay, while I'm using tripods. You can use immovable pots if you want. It's entirely up to you. It is entirely up to you. Now, for open world, I use Witchmother's Potent Brew because it requires a lot more recovery. You're always being attacked by multiple enemies. You're just absorbing. You're just using so much magicka all the time, so I use Witchmother's. Okay, for duels, I would probably use Tri-Food, to be honest. It's just a min-max the stat pool, okay, and you won't need the recovery so much because it's not as sort of as intense in a duel, because you don't have multiple people beating down on you, so you do have them breather moments. Okay, and that's why I use anything else to cover. I think that is it. I know there's going to be a lot of and ahhing about this build, people like sword and board, but another thing as well, I've not leveled up my sword and board. My sword and board is not leveled yet, but don't you worry, when I will be getting the shield ward ultimate. I will be using the sword and board ulti. All you've got to do is picture sword and board ulti on a mag sorc, okay, you're reflecting, you've got perma block, okay, you're reflecting spells if you choose that morph, and then you've got your shields. Just gives you that massive gap and that massive opportunity to take on 3-4 enemies at a time, just easy. You pop that sword and board ulti, get your shield on, get on that front foot, and you're just blowing people up carefree, okay. It's going to be phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And if you're bored of mag sorc, you've got to try this build, okay. That's VG Hunter for Twisted Gaming. Hope you have a go and enjoy this build. If you do want to try to give me some hints and tips about this build, then please do leave it in the comments. But other than that, peace out, enjoy.